students, I just wanted to let you know about some things that are going on in 3rd grade with virtual learning. I know we did not meet this week. I had a couple parents reach out to me and we chatted about their individual needs, but I wanted to kind of give you guys an opportunity to be in the loop and let you know about a few things. I'll be sending out more videos today and next week about your kids and Echo and all of that. So I'm just going to kind of give you a heads up on a few things. All right, so I want to talk about Zoom for just a moment. So I just want to remind you, I sent out a letter yesterday on ClassDoJo, but I did want to bring this up in our virtual meeting here. So just a reminder that Zoom's purpose is for instruction and collaboration only. Students should not be Zooming each other. If students are on Zoom, a teacher should be present. We are trying to keep them as safe as possible, as well as make sure that Zoom is strictly for academic purposes. We've been experiencing a lot of students not completing work due to the fact that they are on Zoom with each other, whether it's through the chat feature or whether it's through the video feature. This could be a safety issue as well, and we don't want that to happen. So please remind your students of the expectations with Zoom. I want to talk about math for a second. I think a lot of the kids should get this, but I think a lot of parents, the kids act like they really don't know what they're doing, even though we have used Echo all year. So I kind of want to break down math. So math is differentiated. So we have 3 math groups with our 3 different teachers. We have a mixed group, an all boys group, and an all girls group. Okay, I teach the all boys group. So we have on the Echo agenda, you can see over to the left on our Echo folders. On Echo there's folders which with the teacher's name. So on the left you'll see the folder Miss Ops class. And we make sure that we organize everything by the date. Okay, so this is like last week's agenda for Miss Ops class. All right, so each day the students are supposed to go in and make sure that they complete all of these assignments. They have to make sure that they complete the assignments in order. So even if they are behind, they still have to go back to do that lesson or those activities, or they are going to be extremely confused moving on to the next day. So I do want to stress that your child does not have to be on Zoom every day. I am going to ask we will let the kids know whether we want to do a live lesson or not, or meet with them for math every day, and we'll let them know. Instruction is given about this at family time. So typically if they do meet on Zoom, it will be a mini lesson or kind of check in with students and kind of walk them through how the folders are working and how math is going to go that week. Usually we'll check in every Monday. We'll kind of show the ropes, and then on Wednesdays we may check in as a group. At any point during the week, students are available to meet with their math teacher. There is a link on Echo with the teacher's Zoom that they can pop on during the math designated times. Okay, so I want to talk about ELA and PBL. So ELA is English Language Arts. PBL stands for Project-Based Learning. So that's part of New Tech, where we do projects and we integrate ELA and science mostly. So in this case, we do a lot of, we're doing science right now with plants and all of that, as well as a social studies aspect of community. So typically how ELA works is on Monday and Wednesdays we have a mini lesson. Most of our mini lessons are pre-recorded and given to students, and then they have a task after. So since we only have 2 lessons, Monday and Wednesday, Tuesday and Thursday, students have catch-up days. So if they did not finish their task after the lesson, then they are able to catch up on that. So there is only going to be a max of 2 math lessons and a max of 2 ELA lessons, and then there is catch-up days. Okay? Now the reading playlist consists of different tasks and that are hidden up until it's time for them to do an activity, and so I will unhide it so that that day they can accomplish their tasks because some tasks are related to the lesson, so we don't want them just to rush through something and be like, oh, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna finish it, and they end up doing really bad on it. So there is something every day that they need to make sure that they do, is that their plant and weather journal. This helps them be able to really focus on their plant and help with that PBL part. We would do this in the classroom, but since we're not, we're just having a space for students to talk about their plant, how it's growing, as well as how to check the weather, and it helps with cause and effect. So if it's sunny outside, I get to go outside. If it's raining, I don't have to water my plant. I don't have to, but I won't be able to go outside and play. So that is part of it. They also are required to do independent reading daily. And I also will have them do a 10-minute write right after that they're supposed to submit, and that is found in Echo as well. They also have a read aloud. I spend a lot of time recording myself reading these books to help bring that community, because the kids love the read alouds. So please make sure they are taking advantage of the fact that I am reading to them. I think that, I know we all miss each other, and I think it's a very important aspect of this distance learning. So here are some tips and additional information. Assignments. So they are very independent. Okay, we have, I do not mind you guys reading the directions to students. That is perfectly fine. A lot of kids with like the IEPs or 504s, they require that, so that's fine. But the work has to be independent. Okay, just remember that sometimes helping your child can be hurtful in the sense of prompting them constantly to get the right answer. How are they supposed to problem solve when they get older? So we're really trying to, we're trained in how to prompt correctly. So please remember that this work helps me to see their progress with distance learning. Because I can tell the kids that are prompted with correct answers, because I already know how they work and how they learn. And from being in the classroom. So when I start seeing them, a C student, then all of a sudden they're making A's, I think they're having a little bit too much help. So just remember that their work is independent, and then I will intervene and contact the child or you and set up a time where I can Zoom chat with them and do like mini lessons. But it's hard to do that if they're constantly prompted just for the correct answer. If the work is complete, they can work ahead if their assignments allow them. And if their work is complete, they're free to play or do something or do enhancements. That's perfectly fine. The times that I have on there is just for time management, because I know home isn't school. And so it was just a guide for the students as well as you as parents to kind of help them with time management. But if they are ready to move on, they are welcome to move on. So just remember also Fridays. Fridays is our time for catch up. Okay, Fridays is the time for catch up. I will say that I am not available for students on Fridays, so I do push them finishing their work on Thursday. But if you need that time, just shoot me a message and say, hey, I'm kind of want to work with my student. We have something going on Thursday. We're going to work on a Friday on it. That is totally fine. And please don't work past the 3 p.m. Have your kid go play after 3 p.m. They have 2 days. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the makeup days for the 2 math lessons and the 2 ELA lessons. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I am available from 7 a.m. all the way to 4 p.m. daily. Those are the times that I am only available due to the fact that I also do have a family and responsibilities outside the job. But please reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Remember, parents, we are in this together and we will make distance learning work.